This is duntov. So today you can see I'm at the A's Stadium site, the old Tropicana. So it is Thursday, May 29th, 2025. So it's been about, I'd say, a week and a half since I was here. So I wanted to get out here and check out what's going on here. So there's a lot of grading going on, as we can see right here. So again, remember, they didn't have an official groundbreaking yet, but they are, did start. Technically, they already had a groundbreaking. They're grading the land, getting ready for construction. And we can see there's a lot more going on here than last time I was out here. Last time I was out here, they were pretty much where you got the drill rigs here. They were pretty much just pulling all the dirt out of this area. Where now we can see how they're grading it over here. So I did read an article. It was about the last meeting that they had with the A's president, Marc Badain, and he was saying that the official groundbreaking should be mid to late June. They're trying to get a date scheduled so they could have all the people involved, attend it. So I haven't heard that yet. Once we do, try to get out here. Hopefully it's a day I can make it out here to see it. Usually they'll set up some tents. The few I've been to, you can't really hear it because if you're not invited inside, but at least you could see some of the activities going on. So keep an eye out with that. And then he also said by the end of June or early July, they should have some cranes start coming onto site, to start lifting steel and start going vertical. Where the article I saw said by October that we should start seeing some of the steel going up out of the ground, where if you're walking along the outside where the construction walls, you'll start seeing the actual stadium coming up out of the ground. So it'll be coming quick. I don't know if it's just this angle, but it looks like that dump truck, when it's dumping, it's kind of at an angle, but it looks normal there. I guess it's just the way it was on that hill, backing up in there. Alright, so we can see how this is Tropicana Avenue here. So we can see how they're starting to, some of this excavated dirt they're dumping on. This would be the north side of the property. It appears like they're filling them up down here. I can see 3 of the giant dump trucks down this way. It looks like that loader was just dumping it onto that screen thing where it separates out the rocks. That's what it looked like they're using right there. You can't see it too well. Then we got the few excavators sitting over here. One of them's moving, the other one is not really doing anything. It looks like they might be servicing it. We could see the service truck right there. So I don't know if they're refueling or if it broke down or what they're doing with that one. It is getting warm out here. Today's supposed to make it to right about 100, but then for Friday and Saturday they are expecting to break records, where they're saying it might be like 106 by Saturday. It's getting nice and warm out here. But then it's supposed to cool off again next week, so as long as summer doesn't come too early. Okay, we're gonna look down there. That would be the southwest corner. That's by the Las Vegas Boulevard and Reno. That's where the original dirt they were pulling out of this area, they piled it up all down in this end. And we can actually see that they're loading. You can see the big trucks pulling up down that way. And they're filling the trucks up. They're getting that dirt out from that end. Where this one's pulling out right now. And then the new truck's pulling in. So just continuous, and then I see another side dump truck pulling in, coming in. So they got the double trailer and the single trailer trucks coming in and out of here. And you can see the loader way back in there behind the dirt. Maybe he's gonna dump it. Maybe not. Oh, it's making the truck move a little. Alright, so they're loading the trucks there, getting that dirt out, and then they're putting new piles of it over here on this north end. Alright, we're going to swing over to where they crushed all that concrete from the old Tropicana building. If you notice, I'll pan over to the right here. You do not see any more of the conveyors that would pile, you know, that they would crush and then lift into the piles. So it appears like all of the concrete has been crushed, and looks like they moved the crushers off site. If we look in the back there, so we got this big pile. You got the red excavator behind there, and then you can just see what appears to be just piles of dirt. Doesn't look like it's, you know, the piles of the crushed rock that used to be here. Just trying to figure out what, you know, you can see right there, it looks like they got like just the put up like that wood fencing there. Can't really tell why. But then again, if you remember back by these escalators over here, they do have like the underground parking area that they left. So maybe they got to block some of that area off. Can't tell here just because of the piles in the way. can see down here how they're loading these trucks up over here with, I'm assuming it is, you know, they're loading, we'll wait for another load. Should be the crushed rock here, crushed concrete. Should be coming out. There he is. The viewfinder, it's hard to tell, but I would say it is. Unless they got some piles of dirt back there that they're still, you know, unloading. Alright, so now we're looking, this would be the northeast corner right here, right by the parking deck I'm on. So that article I was reading, Marc Badain also said that this is the Mortis and McCarthy offices. That when the article was from like a week ago, they said these offices were about 75% installed. And since I was there last, I know these two here are new. And last time I was here, they were still putting together these ones that are all the way down that way. But it said they should all be fully installed by the first week of June. So, you know, June 1st is this weekend. So this might be all the offices here. And I think it said there was going to be about 60 people or so that were going to be working in these offices from the contractors that are going to build this stadium. Bring back memories. Any of you when you were kids playing with your Tonka trucks, the real Tonka trucks, the old steel, the ones made out of steel. Remember the grader, the dump truck. I think everyone had the dump truck. Good old days. Okay, it looks like someone might be inside this drill rig here, so we're gonna see if they start doing anything. So what I read is they said they were doing the test holes for the, I think it's called the pilings, you know, for the foundation. So they were doing test holes, and then, you know, they'll start putting the permanent pilings in soon. So this one doesn't seem like they're really doing anything. They actually might be working on it. It looks like one of the panels is open here. So you got this white and orange one, and then you got this yellow one here. And then if we look over at the in this holding lot here, you can see the white and blue one there. So seems like they're taking the stuff apart now. Maybe they don't need them all. They did what they had to do. As if we look, they got something loaded. I can't tell what it is, but you got this thing on the trailer here. It's got the wide load trailer, and then we could actually see the cab of it. Looks like they're gonna start loading this up to move it out. I don't know if that's part of the drill rig or not. If I had to guess, I would say it is. of watching this. I don't know, would this be considered an earth mover? I don't even know what they call this piece of machinery, but they just keep coming around, scooping up until they fill up the back. You know, just pulling a little bit at a time away from the ground here. And then the grader goes by and just starts, you know, leveling it off what he just went over. You can see it looks like it's about full. There we go, and he stops scooping it up. I guess that's about all I got for today. So if you would like to keep getting updates on this new Las Vegas Athletics Stadium construction, please give me a follow. Subscribe to my channel at Raiders1967. Get updates on this new stadium build as well as the Hard Rock Hotel transformation, the old Mirage. So you get updates on that. If there's anything you liked about the video, please give me a thumbs up. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and I will talk with you guys next time.